You mustn't blame me if you don't get on with him. I know nothing more of him than I've learned from meeting him occasionally in the laboratory. You proposed this arrangement, so you must not hold me responsible. If we don't get on, it will be easy to part company. It seems to me, Stanford, that you have some reason for washing your hands of the matter. Is this fellow's temper so formidable? Or what is it? Don't be mealy-mouthed about it. It is not easy to express the inexpressible. Holmes is a little too scientific for my tastes. It approaches to cold-bloodedness. I can imagine his giving a friend a little pinch of the latest vegetable alkaloid. Not out of malevolence, mind you, but simply out of a spirit of inquiry in order to have an accurate idea of the effects. To do him justice, I think that he would take it himself with the same readiness. He appears to have a passion for definite and exact knowledge. Very right, too. Yes, but it may be pushed to excess. When it comes to beating the subjects in the dissecting room with a stick, it is certainly taking rather bizarre shape. Beating the subjects? Yes, to verify how far bruises may be produced after death. I saw him at it with my own eyes. And yet you say he's a medical student? No. Heaven knows what the objects of his profession are. But here we are. You must make your own impression. I found it. I have found a reagent which is precipitated by hemoglobin and nothing else. Mr. Watson, Sherlock Holmes. How are you? You've been to Afghanistan, I perceive. Never mind. The question now is about hemoglobin. No doubt you see the significance of this discovery of mine. It is interesting chemically, no doubt, but practically... Why, man! It is the most practical medical legal discovery for years. Don't you see that it gives us an infallible test for blood stains? Come over here now. Let us have some blood. Now, I add this small quantity of blood to a liter of water. You perceive that the resulting mixture has the appearance of pure water? The proportion of blood cannot be more than 1 in a million. I have no doubt, however, that we shall be able to obtain the characteristic reaction. Ha-ha! What do you think of that? It seems to be a very delicate test. Beautiful. Beautiful. The old Guiacum test was very clumsy and uncertain. So is the microscopic examination for blood corpuscles. The latter is valueless if the stain is only a few hours old. Now this appears to act as well whether the blood is old or new. Had this test been invented, there are hundreds of men now walking the earth that would long ago have paid the penalty of their crimes. Indeed, criminal cases are continually hinging upon that one point. A man is suspected of a crime months perhaps after it has even been committed. His linen or clothes are examined and brownish stains discovered upon them. Are they blood stains, or mud stains, or rust stains, or fruit stains, or what are they? That is a question which has puzzled many an expert. And why? Because there was no reliable test. Now we have the Sherlock Holmes test, and there will no longer be any difficulty. You are congratulated. There was the case of von Bischoff at Frankfurt last year. He would certainly have been hung had this test been in existence. Then there was Mason of Bradford, and the notorious Muller, and Lefebvre of Montpellier, and Sampson of New Orleans. I could name a score of cases in which it would have had been decisive. You seem to be a walking calendar of crime. You might start a paper on those lines, call it The Police News of the Past. Very interesting reading it might be made too. I have to be careful, for I dabble with poisons a good deal. We came here on business. My friend here wants to take diggings, and as you were complaining that you could get no one to go halves with you, I thought that I had better bring you together. I have my eye on a suite in Baker Street which would suit us down to the ground. I hope you don't mind the smell of strong tobacco? Well, I always smoke ships myself. That's good enough. I generally have chemicals about and occasionally do experiments. Would that annoy you? By no means. Let me see, what are my other shortcomings? I get in the dumps at times and don't open my mouth for days on end. You must not think I am sulky when I do that. Just let me alone, and I'll soon be right. What have you to confess now? It's just as well for two fellows to know the worst of one another before they begin to live together. Ha! I keep a bull pup, and I object to rows because of my nerves. They're shaken, and I get up at all sorts of ungodly hours, and am extremely lazy. I have another set of vices when I'm well, but those are the principal ones at present. Do you include violin playing in your category of rows? It depends on the player. A well-played violin is a treat for the gods. A badly played one. Oh, that's all right. I think we may consider the thing as settled. That is, if the rooms are agreeable to you. When shall we see them? Call for me here at noon tomorrow, and we'll go together and settle everything. All right, noon exactly. By the way, how the deuce did he know that I had come from Afghanistan? That's just his little peculiarity. Good many people have wanted to know how he finds things out. Oh, a mystery, is it? This is very piquant. I am much obliged to you for bringing us together. The proper study of mankind is mankind, you know. You must study him. Then you'll find him a knotty problem now. I'll wager he learns more about you than you about him. Goodbye.